The New Testament books of the Bible were originally written in a form of Greek that was common in that part of the world in the first century. And sometimes there are differences in translation in the versions of the Bible that we commonly use that can cause people to wonder about what they really should believe. Something like that happened in our passage that we studied last Sunday, but because of time, a more detailed explanation was left on my desk. Here's the issue. At the end of Luke 22, Jesus is being interviewed by the Jewish leaders, and they ask him point blank, "Are you the Son of God?" Now, the translation difference is in his response at the end of verse 70. In one commonly used translation, the New International Version, it says that Jesus responded by saying, "You are right in saying I am." But the translation that we use at Calvary in our readings on Sundays, the English Standard Version, it reads, "You say that I am," which is the literal way to translate the Greek text. Now, which is it? Because you'd observe there might be a difference. If Jesus responds to the question by saying, "You say that I am," and means by that, "Hey, that's not what I'm saying, that's what you're saying, don't try to pin that on me." Well, if that's what he means, then it's very different. It's very different than responding by saying, "Yep, you got it, that's me, the Son of God." But actually, there's no real problem here. The NIV is taking some liberty, but what they're trying to do is capture the sense of what the phrase would have meant. The scholars point out that when Jesus says, "You say that I am," it's closer to the way in English we would say, "You said it." Did you catch the nuance? One of the scholars, Leon Morris, said that he would paraphrase the meaning like this. He says it's too cumbersome to actually use this as a translation, but this is how he would paraphrase it. Morris writes that Jesus responded basically by saying, "Son of God, huh? Well, that's your word, not mine. I would have put it a little bit differently, but since you have, I can't deny it." See, we talked last Sunday about how Jesus actually preferred to refer to himself as the Son of Man. He lets others refer to him as the Son of God. But it's true, he is the Son of God. And regardless, what ends any debate on this, at least for me, is the way the Sanhedrin, the Jewish leaders, respond in verse 71. They immediately charge Jesus with blasphemy. See, regardless of the translation question, they knew what Jesus meant. He was claiming to be God. And of that, we can be certain. That's what was left on the desk.